Manipur is broken. That is not an opinion anymore. This is the grim reality that has now become almost old news. The state's residents have gone through emotions that outsiders like us can only imagine. Yet, we have all felt them at different times. Anger, disappointment, hopelessness, hopefulness, and even some joy, if joy exists at all in the state. In fact, I will take this moment to tell you that even though EastMojo is not based in Manipur, we have not escaped the wrath of the conflict too. We have been called anti-Meitei, of course. We have also been called anti-Kuki, also not surprised. And during this period, we have been called both honest as well as paid journalists. Now, I do not understand why being a paid journalist is so bad. We are professionals, we get a salary and we repeat that cycle every month. Would you believe me more if I was broke? Then please believe me, because as journalists, we are perennially broke anyway. But the reason I'm talking about this is that when even outsiders get so much abuse, one can only wonder what the levels of hatred are between two communities who, let us not forget, do not have a violent history. Manipur never had a Nelly moment, for example. Yet, any hope for a peaceful, happy or united Manipur seems like a world away, even when youths of the state kept the differences aside and brought laurels to the country. In this week's episode of Decoded, we look at if sports can help repair a broken Manipur. But before we move forward, I have a request to make. Over the years, EastMojo has gained substantial amount of support from you, our readers and viewers. Many of you are from the Northeast and a lot of you are from outside the region. But we need your support to keep going. The process is simple. Please visit our website through the link in the description to subscribe to EastMojo. You can either choose the lifetime plan or the annual plan. Your support will help keep EastMojo the way we have always been, independent and unbiased. Pursuing for months.
The village of Assam
in the 75th Independence Day.
I did mention joy a few moments ago, didn't I? A few days ago, a Mao Naga youth brought laurels to her community by becoming the first woman to join the Indian Army. This should have been a proud moment for all of Manipur. But since the state is no longer a state as a state is supposed to be, I'm assuming this news matters little to anyone else. But yeah, good news. As is often the case, even as adults resort to war, the children try to sow seeds of happiness. A few days ago, even as Manipur was burning, 16 teenagers from the state, thankfully far from the violence, were scripting history both for India and Manipur. Now yes, such is the sporting prowess of Manipur that winning a gold medal is hardly news for them. But this was special. Even as the state remained broken and more divided than ever, the boys remained united and focused on one goal: to win the SAFF championship. And of course, they won. I mean, 16 of the 23 in the team were from Manipur, so one was surprised when they won, right? Kukis, Meiteis and Pangal Meitei all together as one. I'm reminded of that famous dialogue from Chak De India where SRK reminds the players that they were no longer playing for Railways, Punjab or Haryana or Manipur. They were playing for India.
इस टीम को सिर्फ वो प्लेयर्स चाहिए जो पहले इंडिया के लिए खेल रहे हैं. India.
Or wait, is it Bharat now? Is it anti-national to say India now? Anyway, I digress. Such was their achievement that Manipur DIPR, which is otherwise quiet as a mouse when addressing why the state is burning, sent a long and almost heartfelt press release to anyone and everyone who would listen to them. Meitei and Kuki boys break hostility wall to lift SAFF U-16 football trophy. This headline came in multiple places because, well, the DIPR gave that headline. Hello DIPR, what wall was lifted? How was hostility addressed? What changed after this victory? Do you think the family of Sub-Inspector Ongkomang, killed on duty by a sniper, cares about your words? Also, in perhaps the best and the worst example of just how broken the state is, no sooner did the players return to Manipur that all ideas of one nation, one team became, well, a joke. Where did the Kuki players go? To relief camps, of course. Who welcomed them? Kuki organizations, of course. Who felicitated them? Yep, you are right. Outside Manipur, they can play as one team, but this is Manipur.
This is Sparta!
So here you are from a community. How many so-called political leaders and or their cronies welcome these players regardless of which community they belong to? No need to answer that because no one did. And yet, These teenagers showed their maturity that is no longer expected from adults. The Kuki player, smiling even amid so much pain, never even once forgot to thank former Indian captain and football legend Ranveer Singh for his support. I may be wrong, but even in all this torment and pain, Manipur's sportsperson have shown the spine not seen in any politician. Meitei boxer Sarita Devi risked her life to protect Kuki children in her camp. Indian defender Chinglensana talked about his dreams and hope shattered as a Meitei from Churachandpur, but never once abused anyone. Manipur's hockey team continued playing despite losing Rivaldo Meitei, killed on May 5 within 48 hours of violence breaking out. And do you know what Rivaldo was worried about? About the safety of his coach. Imagine talking game tactics while the death of one of your most promising talents continues to play in your mind. Lema Pokpam Rahul Singh's house was burnt to ashes, but the Sugnu resident still managed to reach the quarterfinals of the 6th Youth Men's National Boxing Championship. We expect too much from our sportspersons. They are supposed to be excellent in their field, role models for youth, and also now act as peacemakers amid conflict. Which brings me to authorities and politicians. Just what are they supposed to do then? Teenagers are breaking hostility walls, and you are doing what? Working overtime to build them? Ensuring that violence continues, that more women are raped, more children are burnt alive, and more people lose everything they had dear to them? Maybe we should let teenagers run the state. At least their hearts are not full of poison. Not yet, at least. But if the politicians had it their way, even these kids would soon become pawns of their dirty games.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.